Hey guys, it's Carrie. Welcome back. I am here to share with you a new journal that I made. I'm calling this Fairyland. So this is one of my books that I have created using the Nick the Booksmith Teachable hardback cover. So it measures, I think, 8 3/4 by 5 3/4. And then my spine is about, well, probably 2 1/4 inches, I would say. And here's the back. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5 signatures in here. And I gave the Raggedy a whirl as well. So I'll just show you what I created. I'm not saying they're good, but they are raggedy, that's for sure. If you don't know what raggedy's are, that is something that Nick the Booksmith created and made up, but they're pretty fun. Okay, so we're just going to do a quick flip through of this journal. Again, I'm calling it Fairyland, so I've just got a pocket in the front and some lace. The digital images in this kit come from Artie Mays. Oh, I'm trying to remember the name of the kit, and it's not coming to me off the top of my head. Enchanted Caroline actually might be exactly what it is. But here we go. And all the paper in here has been tea stained, with the exception of like some, vintage music paper. So we'll just take a little flip through and see what we have got. I do have some cardstock in here, and the cardstock is from the Graphics Fairy. And I've just altered a couple of tags. I put some little shakers in this one. This is an envelope that just flips out. Lots of space in here for writing. Over here, I have just altered an envelope. I liked the inside of the envelope, so I had 3 of them. And I was like, oh, I think I kind of want to work with those. So I just stenciled it, put a few stickers. I put some sari silk in here, just playing around. Wow, that's really a glare on that envelope. See, there you go. That's the inside. We have got some music paper, and then I have made some little pockets with index cards, kind of a using inspiration from Mrs. Coggs. She did some beautiful index cards actually she has them as digitals in her shop, and so I was looking at those and I thought those are really cool, and I'm really trying to work with things that I have, so I thought, well, let's just have a little bit of a go at it and see what we come up with. So just doing some kind of different things. This is from the Graphics Fairy, just some music paper, sari silk, a little muslin. I was even playing around with paints just on tea-dyed paper and just, swirling it. Just trying to make little designs, looking for some different kind of fun stuff to play with. More music paper. Got this side of the graph paper, or the Graphics Fairy paper, sorry. And then this is the end of the first signature and also the back side of that digital. Here we go. Signature number 2. Just have some cardstock in here. This is a big, beautiful tag from Artie Mays' kit. Isn't that pretty? And then I backed it with just some tea-dyed paper. Made a little notes card. Some sari silk lace. A little bit of music paper. Make a wish. Little fairies on the back. Isn't that cute? Totally love it. These are buttons, and I just left them on the button card. And I put a little doily behind it and just tuck some ephemera behind. This is the center of the signature. Just made 2 pockets with the Graphics Fairy paper, and then some Tim Holtz cards, the ephemera cards that I had. This one, the story begins. Got some more music paper, more of the fairies. Over here, I took a paint chip sampler with pretty pastel colors, made a pocket. Just put some different, fun pages behind it. I was playing around again with paint, literally paint. So yeah, I made this, and then I washi it in. Just some extra writing space that flips in. And this is just kind of a, side pocket with some sari silk. I love this owl. Pretty. This is probably my favorite paper that comes from that kit. Here's another tag that I stitched around. Whoops. And these tags are big, you guys. Put a little quote there on the music paper. Made a little pocket. This is the paper that I used for my cover. So I just made a little pocket, added a flower and some lace. Put some random pieces of ephemera behind it. And then another one of my fairy pockets. And then this is also a little side pocket right here that tucks in. Here is another envelope. And so I have Sorry Silk here. I've got a butterfly, some Tim Holtz cards. Okay. Okay, here is my first Raggedy. You guys, these things are fun to make. So, this is what I like about it. I worked with, parchment paper, Reynolds Kitchen parchment paper that I coffee dye on. And so I just started to rip it up. But here's what I did. I basically took a sheet of tea dyed paper, and then I was just kind of stitching around it. So I put some Sorry Silk on here, a little lace. I made a little pocket with a glassine bag that I had coffee dyed. And then I was just ripping up some paper, little book page. Here's a piece of material, some material scraps here. And then on the inside, you can see the paper that I use. And then here's a pocket. This is one of the digital images that comes from her kit. And so I cut it because it's just one half of the digital, and I put it on the inside, turned it into a pocket. And then the back is just empty and ready for you to journal on. So basically you just stick it in. And it's very raggedy looking, which is the intent. And I just wanted to, give it a try and see if I could make one. I made one. Not saying it's good, but I did make it. Back of the digital. And then here comes the, what is this? The fourth signature. So just have some music paper. And we've got a little post box here with some ephemera behind it. And then I have a little owl tag that I turned into a pocket and added some sequins in there. A little lace at the top. Got music paper. This is really pretty too. I do love the purples. Another strip of the same fabric that I used for the cover, and I just punched a hole, added an eyelet. Had a couple of note cards in there. I was taking notes on airlines. Making sure my flights were all ready to go. So I just kept it because I needed to hang on to it. Here is just a pocket that I made, and then a tag that I stuck to a Tim Holtz card. Here's the other half of that page. It's the great big owl, and so I just cut it out and stitched it into my book. Got some book page in here, a birdie tag. I even put a little Curious George in here that I had received in Happy Mail. I figured the fairies would like that. Here's some more of the graphics, 45. And then here is the last signature, Enchanted. This is probably my favorite page from the digital kit. I just think it's beautiful. And then I've got more fairy paper. Here's my last envelope. Just added some Sorry Silk and some words. Had another button card, so I made another side pocket with just a couple pieces of scrapbook paper. And then I have another notes card pocket with a tiny little mason in there. I got that mason jar in a Happy Mail, so I wanted to use it. And my little stickers I chose: Have an Open Heart, Live, Create, Tell the Story. And one more little altered tag. Just put a few little shakers in there. And just a couple pieces of extra ephemera. More music paper. Here's another pocket. This time I made the pocket with the graphics fairy paper. There's the back side. Here is my second Raggedy. This one doesn't open, so it's just a front and the back. But what I was trying to go for was the fairies kind of looking at things in the garden, I don't know. Anyways, I was just pulling scraps together and just seeing what I could make with it. So there's material on here. Here's a doily that I had tucked in there. Got this pretty trim. I don't know what it's called, but I like it. I left all the strings. I even have some burlap on here. And then this is from a pattern, sewing pattern. And then on the back, this is the mother of the fairies. And she's enjoying her time frolicking in the garden. And time doesn't mean anything to her. Obviously, I'm making this up as I go. And I even have some vintage quilt on here as well that's kind of tucked behind her. We've got ribbons, etc. So I had fun making these. They were pretty cool. The raggedier they are, the better. The best thing to hold on to in life is each other. Isn't that nice? Isn't that sweet? And then here is the back. So I have another pocket over here, and I just put an envelope, a piece of cardstock, and then this cute little card. It's a little project life card that I had that I thought, ooh, pretty. That'll go nice. That'll go nicely in this journal. So there she is. She's a big one. 5 signatures. And the course, in case you are interested, the course that I took from Nick the Booksmith is the 1879 Florence course. Once you get the hang of it, they come together really actually quite nicely. So anywho, thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned. I have more journals coming. Thanks. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.